Have you ever noticed how a simple conversation with your wife can suddenly become an argument? Maybe she asks you why you forgot to call, or why the dishes are still in the sink, or why you're late again. You answer the question, you explain yourself, you even offer a solution, and somehow the conversation gets worse. Have you ever wondered why? Well, I'm Leslie Dories, the wife whisperer. And it's because you think you're having one conversation when you're actually having three. So, after working with couples for over 20 years, I've come to believe that almost every recurring argument follows the same pattern. I call them the three levels of conversation: facts, strategy, meaning. So, let's start with facts. Facts are simple, they're objective. Did the mortgage payment get mailed? Did you pick up the kids? What time is dinner? These conversations are about exchanging information, and most of them end right there. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they move to the second level, which I call strategy. Now, strategy is about decisions. Should we buy a new car? Should I take that promotion? How should we handle our finances? Now, most successful men love strategy. Engineers, executives, entrepreneurs, physicians, problem solving is what you do all day, which is exactly why many of you struggle in marriage. Because your wife often isn't interested in strategy. She's actually addressing meaning. And meaning is the third and deepest level of conversation. And it's where almost every recurring argument actually lives. So let's say she says, "You never help around the house." Most husbands will immediately respond with facts. "Well, I take out the trash, I mow the lawn, I even clean the garage." The facts are accurate, but the argument keeps going. So why does that happen? Because she actually wasn't talking about facts. She was dealing with meaning. So maybe she's wondering, are we really partners? Can I depend on you? Do you see everything I'm carrying? You're having one conversation, she's having another. Now, neither of you feels heard because you're actually talking past each other. And that's why you keep having the same fight. Same event, different meaning. And this is why I say information doesn't transform marriages, insight does. And the insight isn't just learning another communication technique. The insight is recognizing which conversation you're actually having. So the next time you find yourself in an argument, pause before you respond and ask yourself three questions. Are we talking about facts? Are we trying to develop a strategy? Or are we really talking about meaning? Because once you identify the level, your response changes. Instead of defending yourself, you choose to become curious. Instead of trying to prove your point, you seek to understand her experience. And instead of solving the problem, you begin strengthening the relationship. And that's what hero husbands do. They don't just communicate better, they recognize the conversation within the conversation. And that's where trust takes root. It's where emotional safety grows, and it's where real intimacy begins. So this week, here's my challenge. The next disagreement you have, don't focus on being right or proving your point. Don't even focus on resolving anything. Ask one question. What does this mean to her and to you? And you may discover that you've been having different conversations all along. So remember, facts tell you what happened, strategy tells you what to do, and meaning tells you what really matters. So if you found this helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and please feel free to share it with those that you care about. And if you struggle to figure out what level of conversation you're at, don't hesitate. Please reach out. I'm happy to help. And so until next week, stay loving.